Hey guys, it's Jason from California. Today is May 5th in the early hour of 2 a.m. and I had a rough week last week and I wanted to just go over a couple of things. Nothing specific obviously, but it's Mindblog 10. Wow. Seems that these are my most popular videos, and for me they're my most fun to make just because I don't really have to do much editing. I just kind of sit here and talk, and it's pretty cool. Feeling pretty good right now, I won't lie. Feeling pretty good. The main reason I'm feeling good, however, is because I've changed my mind about a lot of stuff. Very recently, actually. But first I wanted to address something that really, I think, is at the root of my problem with, well, what I called it was, what did I call it? Borderline personality disorder? Which really is kind of a bullshit term because most people have the qualifications for borderline personality disorder. And it's almost just like a human disease, which is common, I guess. It's just many people just won't admit to the symptoms, but they're there for most people. Sorry if my hair's a mess, but anyway, I digress. I think most of it really has to do with self-medication. I'll take you back real quick to childhood. I have a brother. He is 9 years older than I am. He doesn't watch my videos. He probably doesn't even know that I have a YouTube account. And the last good memory I have of my brother, really, was when I was young. Can't remember how old I was. And I remember we would go fishing at this place where you have to walk through the water. Like the water's up to your knees and you just walk through the water. Actually no, it's up to my waist. You walk through the water and you just go to the spot where there's all these like reeds off in the distance. And you would fish there. You'd throw your fishing line into the water near the reeds, and you would catch sunfish, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure if I'm using the fish term correctly. I don't think that's a sunfish, but it's what I remember. There's these little annoying fish, which are really easy to catch, and they bite really easy. They're pretty stupid. Anyway, I remember that. And then I remember him getting a girlfriend. And at that point, I really remember starting to gain weight as a child. And I didn't really realize it, but I was very lonely at that point because both my parents were working, and I would just come home after school and no one would be there, and I'd sit down and I'd make one of those big frozen pizzas, and I'd watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, who also loved pizza, so it was kind of cool. I got to watch them, wear my little Ninja Turtle headband that I had, and eat a pizza that was literally the size of like a big square, like big pizza. And it was very comforting for me to do that. I didn't realize at that point, but I was self-medicating myself, just from the overall abandonment that I felt from my brother as a friend. Because the moment he got the girlfriend, I ceased to exist as a friend to him. I was more like a joke or an annoyance or just this stupid little person who was there to bother him. And it wasn't a good feeling at all. And I think I've carried this through my entire life, which is really why it's difficult for me to make friends now. Because it always feels like people want something from me, or they need something from me. And actually, the name Jason means healer. I used to have this plaque in my room about how the name Jason means healer, and how I would just come into people's lives, and I would come there for a reason, and they'd use me. And I'd be okay with it. Then they'd leave when they're done. And time again, I have made really great close friendships. And then I've built the person's self-confidence up, given them great, very dedicated friendship, and the person finds a significant other, and I become second-rate almost immediately to that person, to the point where they stop calling me, and it's almost like they value the person better than they value me, even though I was in their life longer. And I guess that's normal in our society, to just automatically value the person you love over someone who's been there for you for an extended period of time. But I just can't seem to deal with it. Ever. And I guess I need to start changing my mindset about that, which is why I've really started distancing myself from a lot of people, even YouTube lately. And that I'm almost afraid to get close to anybody anymore, because I know right now that I can't handle that, and that's part of what's been my problem the past couple weeks. And I don't want to put myself out there like that anymore. It's not worth it to me. It's really not. Just to feel like things are different, because they don't have to be. But I want to go back to the self-medicating, because I think that's what I've been doing. That's been the main cause of my weight problem, is that it's not that I'm emotionally eating, because, I mean, let's face it, self-medicating is a form of emotional eating, but it's almost like it's unconscious. Like, it's something in me is empty, and I need to be full, and that feeling of eating and just being full of food is a feeling of compassion and a feeling of comfort. When I'm on a diet, I don't have that feeling of full. I have that feeling of being nourished. And it's all just a big cycle for me. And the more and more I think about it, the more it makes sense. And it's easier for me to come to terms with the fact that I've just been self-medicating this entire time. Happy, sad, depressed, any emotion I feel, I have to destroy it with food. And it's amazing for me to realize that, almost, but terrifying. Because it's like I have to change how I view people in order to get over this. I have to stop being a healer. I have to stop opening up so much. And it's not that I'm adopting a negative point of view on the world and people. It's just that I'm not going to set myself up for that disappointment anymore with anybody. It's just not worth it. And I have to learn to set boundaries with my friendships. And I have to learn to protect my heart. Because I can't win against a significant other. Because really, I did the same thing to my friends, and I hate that I did that. I did it to my friends and family. I valued my relationship over them. And it's wrong. But it's what I did. Maybe I was guilty for that. And I ate. And I gained 80 pounds. I don't know. I know I missed New Jersey a lot when I moved to California, and I missed all my friends. I don't know if that's the reason. Some blame it on love. I really think it was self-medication. So, my solution for self-medication is to adopt a new view on the world, in that I will not open myself up as much as I have, but I won't be closed either. I'm just going to start living life for me, instead of for somebody else. And I think that's something that a lot of us need to practice a lot more often. Live your life for you. Whoever else is in it, it's a privilege for them to be in your life. But you can't live a happy, healthy life unless you love yourself and live your life with enough respect for yourself to not be depressed and to not overeat.